It's been dubbed as South Africa's biggest corporate scandal. The collapse of Steinhoff in 2017 has exploded into the public domain again. The liquidation application against embattled Steinhoff starts in the Western Cape High Court today. Earlier this week, the court agreed with shareholder Techie Town that it had jurisdiction to deal with the matter. This despite Steinhoff arguing that it's a global company. Our reporter Lindsay Dentlinger has been tracking that story. Lindsay, 2017, it was such a huge issue and a massive story. It's unbelievable to think that it's still going on and nothing really has been resolved.
Yes, eNCA, it seems that a lot is happening all at the same time this week after, as you say, for years things have just been going on behind the scenes and we haven't seen any kind of resolution to this case. We know yesterday a unanimous vote in the Netherlands on behalf of creditors to accept a settlement agreement from Steinhoff, and then here in South Africa we expect voting also to get underway today for creditors here. But not all creditors, eNCA, want to accept that settlement offer, and that's why we're outside the High Court here in the Western Cape today to see whether those liquidation proceedings being brought by the former owners of Techie Town, who exchanged their business for Steinhoff shares, will in fact go ahead here. We know that the judge did rule here on Monday that this court does have jurisdiction to hear this matter, but I'm understanding that it might not get off to a smooth start this morning, eNCA, and that there are some Dutch parties who want to challenge that ruling that the liquidation proceedings go ahead here today, because as you can imagine, this case does have the potential to scupper finalizing those settlement agreements with a host of different clients and creditors who are hoping to get something out of their investments with Steinhoff.
So we've got two civil matters underway, one in South Africa and one in the Netherlands. But whatever happened to Marcus Jooste? I think that's the big question. He was last spotted in Hermanus and there have been no criminal charges laid against him.
No, eNCA, we heard in Parliament about 2 months or so ago. We know that those are regular questions posed to the NPA and the Hawks when they do appear before Parliament, is what is happening in this matter and why do we not see any prosecution being brought against the former CEO of Steinhoff, Marcus Jooste. We understand he's in the Western Cape. He manages to stay under the radar. I heard from a paralegal this morning that he is often seen around legal chambers because, as you know, he has several matters that he is fighting. Another one in this court by his former business partner in Steinhoff, Christo Wiese, the business mogul who now wants a wine farm back from Marcus Jooste that was sold in 2012. So there are a lot of different legal battles he's fighting. He is seen around but manages to keep a very low profile. But in terms of charges being brought against him as an individual, we have not seen that to date. Last we heard from prosecuting authorities, there are over 200 witness statements in their file, and as you know, this case having been dragged on for several years now, the complexity of it all, the resources required, the kind of expertise required to bring a matter like that to prosecution has really meant that Marcus Jooste continues to fly under the radar and is yet to be prosecuted for any of the crimes he's alleged to have committed that has led to the demise of Steinhoff.
Lindsay, good luck with that case. I know forensically, from an accounting point of view, it's incredibly complex, and that's been one of the issues with the NPA struggling to prosecute Marcus Jooste. Good luck with today's case. It's probably going to be a long day for you. Thanks so much for crossing to us.